Good evening. Welcome to Let's Talk. And tonight we pick back up where season six of The Shy has entered into part two of their season six, um, episode nine, and the gang's all here. Keisha is here in voice. She's the voice from up north right now. Messing with her, she's not feeling well, so let your prayers and good thoughts go out to Keisha. But she's here, present in the moment. We have Dwayne, who's still riding high from his Michigan Wolverines national championship, um, as well as his New York Knicks. He's not talking about them, but his Knicks are playing fairly well, and they're looking good. Up 3-2, and all I say is the hardest game to win in any series is the closeout game. But uh, I'll just say this for Dwayne, and most people will get probably shocked that I say it. Go New York, go New York, go. What's up, y'all?
This show's off to a nice start with that.
Hey, Keisha. Oh, she's
Hey,
muted right now. What's going on?
No, nothing.
So, the Shy came back, and we all know that the Shy took a hiatus from part one to part two. I think it was about 4 months. And I must say that the time that it took off, a lot has changed. We all know that Kevin has moved to California, but the actor, literally Alex Hibbert, has left the series altogether for other things. The last episode that we did see, episode 8, we saw that Emmett, Jacob Lattimore's character, Amon Shumpert's character, they were conspiring to go finally just kill Duda because he was in the way. He's been a thorn on everybody's side. But we know they botched the shootout. They botched the drive-by, and in the course of the drive-by, Amon Shumpert, who plays... Damn, I almost forgot him. Rob, who plays Rob, he got shot. So we pick off to episode 9. Episode 9 shows that Rob is in the hospital, his mother whisking him away. And you could already feel, and I know that speaking for myself as well as these two, because we do the review shows and we love the show, you kind of know that they're going in a different direction. They're getting a strong pivot. They actually already got it approved for season 7, and they're bringing in new characters. Kadeem Harrison is one of them, another Chicago native, not a stranger to TV. Definitely for us, growing up with a different his acting on a different world. So take it away, guys. What you guys think about the episode?
We'll let the lady go first.
All right. Well, when I first watched it, I didn't hate it. I did realize the pivot, though. It's not the same. It always had like a family quality, the kids quality, a community like quality. I kind of feel like it was going away from that. Like it did 100% pivot. I mean, so it's always some corny parts. I think do this something about sit your $5 ass down or something like that, which I thought was very cheesy.
Right.
Trig, well, he was acting like Trig this time. I don't like that girl. She wants him to be something that he's not. I feel like he has more chemistry with Tracy. I don't know why Tracy's still on the show. If they're not gonna put her in some type of relationship, I know that, Dwayne, but she serves no purpose. I really like Lynn Whitfield. I really like Lynn Whitfield's character. I really like that Emmett finally shut Keisha down and was just like, shut up, all this stuff I've been doing, because she has been a top tier nag. Dre, I didn't like that storyline with Dre. Like Dre just disappeared. Now Nina done cheated. Nina done did all this stuff. Them kids done had all this stuff going on, and Dre just walk away from the family. I mean, that was the strongest man on the show. Like it seems like Lena Waithe don't like men. So even first, it was Dre was the only stand up. Like male type of character. And now she done tore Dre up too. So I don't understand that whole um motive. I don't like the Maisha and Papa like they're gonna rekindle. I don't like that storyline plot at all. And I mean, I always felt that Gemma was a whore, but I don't like that plot either. Like, I feel like after what her and Jake been through, she probably would have just told, take a break or something. Not sneaking around with this girl. Um,
Does
so
that make me a little?
outside of that, it's always the quirks that we find. I could watch it over and over and find things that I didn't like, but I feel like it was a strong comeback.
Excuse me.
I'm done.
Dwayne.
Oh, okay. So I watched it back to back actually. So I did watch it 2 times. I watched it back to back. Um, like Keisha, I did not like the way they handled the Dre situation. Like, all right, she told me she was still in love with her ex, so I let her go, and that's weird. I didn't like the way that ended. Um, one plot switch that I didn't like was Bakari's sisters getting paid to spy on him. Um, didn't like that. Jake, not only is he living in Kevin's old spot, but now it's a retail spot too, because he using that as his boutique in his place of residence. Didn't like that he took the money. I just think Jake is a little bit more street savvy. He's been around. He's seen a lot from Reg and from Trig, and so
True.
I was kind of surprised he took the. I know he broke and he hungry and all that, but I still was kind of surprised. He took the money. To Keisha's point, the scene with Tracy and an old girl, that was a throwaway scene. Like I just didn't understand. They just setting up that these two gonna be single, and whatever. Tracy gonna be single, but we know Tracy eventually gonna go back to Duda. Maybe though, because the other character, female character, that Lynn Whitfield said she calling in her favor, we already know her and Duda been messing around. And so I'm interested to see the young man. God, I always forget his name. He worked for Duda, but he also worked with Alicia. I'm
I can't
interested.
remember his name neither, Dwayne.
I'm interested to see what happens to his character because it's like Lena and the writers are setting him up for a big role because he's a part of so many storylines. Like with Duda, what he's gonna do with Alicia. He's dealing with Bakari's sister. Now he's dealing with Jake. So this one character is like in this first episode, it seemed like to me that they're setting him up for a big, big role. I like the young fella that plays Bakari. I think we're gonna get deeper into his character this season. If you look at the coming attractions, the Kadeem Harrison is a professor, and he's the one that Bakari's gonna be confiding in. I don't like Maisha and Papa potentially getting back together. You see where that's going. The Gemma, am I a lesbian? I ain't like that. They could have handled that a little bit better and cleaner. The corny behind lines that they taken from other movies and shows, we could do without that. Um, I just think there was some, and I know they got to set the story, but there was some unrealistic parts of it. Straight up, once Emmett was in once Emmett was in Duda's presence, he'd have been murdered. Duda's a straight killer, man. He ain't no man giving second chances. Like he a straight killer. We known that from the beginning. So him showing that grace was surprising to me. I'm tired of Nook. Like, come on, come on. You supposed to be a killer too. Um, Victor slash Trig saying, once a killer, always a killer. You wasn't killing folks last year or the beginning of this year, but you coming in the spot to kill Duda, and it was Bakari. Like, I don't know.
Well, I thought the episode was interesting at
It was
best.
good.
I'm really surprised at the strong pivot that they've taken because the series up to this point has been about those kids. I think they're focusing too much on this dude killing who's gonna kill him, Alicia. Now they basically got Emmett in order to pay his debt to Duda. Got to try to kill Alicia. I think that's really taken away from what I always thought the Shy was about: a community of people that lived in a small proximity of each other that functioned as a community. I think now they're getting a little too far fetched. I think some of the storylines could have great potential with Kadeem Harrison coming in, like you said, Dwayne as the professor. I am sick of the way they keep dressing Maisha. I just think that it's wrong. She's a big young lady and she just dresses sloppy. And I think that if you're going to feature her as an artist, you should have her wearing different clothes, more clothes that will not only just show that she's a big young lady. They basically shows that she's out of shape, and that's just me with my weird thinking. I think right now you really have Papa in limbo. Papa's deciding on what he wants to do. He wants his podcast, Papa's Pulpit, to have a bigger platform. I think the whole phasing the girl out, the girl that had the baby with Papa, I don't know if she's gonna be back. I mean, don't bring her for the one season and then to phase out. They should have brought
Half
her back, even though Papa didn't want to be bothered. I think them phasing Dre out was cheesy. I would have felt better if they'd have just recasted her, but did they decide to go on that show? I think Lena Waithe is a very good storyteller, but I think sometimes with her being from a particular community, I think she fits a narrative sometimes that isn't always true. I think that she has put herself in a box where when you look at it, they don't really have any positive black men in the show. So to say, you try to do that with Emmett's father, and it's like now you just falling back. Then with Yolanda Cross character, you got her as this concerned mother for Emmett, but you really didn't even show her last season. So I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do for the next 7 episodes on how they're going to redirect their audience to tune in going forward. And it's not going to be easy. Like I said, I
no,
think the Duda thing he's such a good character, but
well,
you're setting it up where it's going to be either him or Lynn Whitfield's character. And Lynn Whitfield, we all know, she just owns her roles. She plays her roles well. She sits back and, as we say, plays the chessboard well from a position. I think they should get a little bit more into her background, which is interesting because you continue telling the story about these people. Okay, she sheltered Rob. Okay, what was she about? We all know that was Quentin's sister, so forth, so on. But Duda,
And the guy that owned the chicken place,
yeah,
sister.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, Sonny.
It's like
Duda
something
fears
don't
her.
even exist.
So it's a reason why Duda fears her. Maybe they need to explain that a little bit better. But overall, like I thought that scene that me and Dwayne talked about with Tracy and the other girl sitting on the couch, I just didn't understand the scene, and it made it seem like they were having a love scene. I expressed to Keisha, I was shocked that they put in the scene where she said, every time I step down my expectations for a nigga, they do me wrong. But like Keisha advised me, this is conversations that women have. Like I said, I just think it was a very interesting episode. I'm not gonna say it was bad. It
Well,
was
she
it was an
did say
interesting
every. You
episode.
gotta peep what she said. She didn't say every time. She basically said this was the first time she went down,
Yeah,
stepped down, and it still happened. You
yeah,
understand? I think they're set up lovely, and the reason I say that is she got a lot to play with for these episodes, and she already knows she back for a season 7. So I think she got a lot
Yeah.
to play with. It's like she don't
But
have
I
to wrap the thing up. She's pivoting the series. That's what she's doing. She had to.
she's
You got
definitely pivoting the series.
you got to think about the Shy, right? And this is season 6, and you think about what they've lost.
they pivoted
Right?
3 times already.
They lost the Jason character. Not Jason. Jason was Tracy's son.
Well, Jason Mitchell's real name was
Jason Mitchell, yeah. They lost that character. Then they lost Ronnie. Like, now they lost Kevin. So she's done a lot of pivots in not even 6 complete seasons yet. And I think right now, to me, the two main characters going forward the rest of the season is Duda and Alicia. And how they gonna build their squads up against each other.
So Dwayne, when will I know we and you had talked about Lala's character coming back, Dom. Mm-hmm. Will the shoe drop that she might be? Look, the shoe might drop that she might be old girl's sister.
Yeah, well, I don't think it is. I don't think she's gonna be on a lot of episodes. Just being honest with you, I just think there's gonna be changes in the way that Smokey's is run. What's going on? And so I think part of that is going to bring her into the mix. And she'll probably be like, look, I've been silent for too long, yada, yada, yada. Because think about it, we haven't seen her.
Yeah.
We haven't seen her.
Do y'all think that...
Go ahead, Keisha, my bad.
Do y'all think that it's unrealistic that none of the kids went to college, not even community college? They didn't even talk about it.
It's true. It's true. I mean, they kind of set it up, though, with Gemma saying, oh, I don't know about college. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, I get Gemma, but I don't get Papa not going to...
I thought at least Papa and Maisha would go.
Yeah, well, I didn't think Maisha would go because she's too busy, and she says it often. She's too busy trying to get the bag to take care of her mother and all them siblings.
Yeah.
So that's her focus. But I agree with you on Papa. I'm thinking maybe he's trying to reset himself after losing his father, so that may not be the focus. And I was trying to pick up on, and I was having a difficult time, like, where are they? Like, where are they as far as what season they're in? Because we know the kids graduated and all that, but have they fast forwarded this thing a little bit forward since then? Or is it just like, I believe it's picking right back up, though.
I feel like it's like the winter after they graduated. I don't feel like it's too far after they graduated.
I thought so, but then I was like, but Rob is still like recovering from the shooting. So the shooting seems like it's still recent. But
I'm going to ask y'all a question about Alicia.
I think, just real quick, and then I'm going to let you get to that Alicia point. I just don't want to lose this. One thing I don't understand, we know Duda and we know he's a great businessman. We got to remember he had the pizza shop. He's helping Emmett with, Smokies. I just don't think he would have bumbling fools around him. And they make Nook and this other dude feel like bumbling fools that can't get it
Dwayne, I agree with that 1,000%. I think that even though they finally showed us one aspect of one of his businesses was the chop shop last season, I just think that they're showing a little bit too much mess into Duda's business. I mean, even with Nook, you show that Nook was conflicted a couple seasons ago, debating on whether he wants to be this killer, debating on whether he's still like, I got feelings for Keisha, like, and then you just stop. It's like you're starting to give Nook some character development and you stop. Then you focus on the other kid. And like you said, you got the other kid all over the place. With all due respect to Jabari and his sister, I feel like I'm getting the same actor. I mean, their tone of voice is exactly the same. They look alike. They're brother and sister in real life. So it's like when I hear Jabari talk,
they act very much alike.
They act so much alike. They act alike.
They're truly siblings.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's why their mannerisms, they look just alike.
It's interesting how and where this is going to go. I do wanted to ask y'all about Alicia, and I thought that it was interesting. I don't think that Alicia would have ever put Rob in certain situations. She sheltered him, had him going to private school, basically she comes, she gives you that bourgeois type of vibe, but got the streets that he didn't know about. You would have thought that she would have been like, all right, my baby is shot. Let me call the hounds now. But not calling favors from people that we know. We would think this is where a character development would have came in with. Excuse me?
She sent him to kill Duda.
She did.
But it just don't seem like that was real, like realistic.
Well, it's realistic for and I'm trying to make sure I'm not crossing shows because I kind of am. But it's realistic for what we're seeing in these shows and how mothers are mothering to their children. Like almost every show we see, these mothers is putting their kids in some like terrible spots. Like I don't want to cross shows with the other like shows on Stars, but if you look at some of the decisions that is being and is it a problem that we're portraying our African American mothers in this way on all these shows? Because if you think about Tasha, if you think about Rock, if you think about these mothers and what they're doing with their sons, I find it to be very intriguing, very interesting.
It's like for me and Keisha, you're a woman, and you could speak on it more than me and Dwayne.
Right.
But when Dwayne speaks on those typical actors, the way they're portrayed in these roles, and then you have a person that like Nina who comes off as overbearing, it's like it's no middle course. It's nobody down the middle, just being. I don't want to, like you said, Dwayne, we don't want to cross shows, but we don't see the typical Claire Huxtable mother who's guiding.
I think Jada is the best representation of a mother, but I just think that Lena writes in the unbelievable, because why would Duda send Emmett to kill anybody? That didn't make sense.
He can't get right. He couldn't kill him.
But what I'm saying is, that's my whole problem with the whole Duda thing, because he's surrounded by these young cats that's not getting it done for him. Like, think about it. If you really think about it, right?
The only killer is Bakari.
Yeah, but what does he do for Duda? What does Duda have him do? Like,
all he really do for Bakari is talk slick to him. Every time Bakari shows love and affection towards Papa's father, Papa's family.
Like, I don't know what he does for him. And I think Duda got more care for Jake. And they just dropped that whole thing.
Dwayne,
I was interested in that.
That was an angle.
The whole thing.
That was an angle, and Keisha always said it. That was an angle that they could have just exploited. Maybe that dude might have been that boy's father.
Maybe he was Jake's real father. Like,
right. It made it almost seem like that way. And then, like, she picks stuff up and she gets rid of it quick. Like, why'd they get rid of Peaches so fast?
Yeah.
Like,
why'd they get rid of the cops when they got
I know that way back. I don't know why they did that.
Because Tucson with her son.
Right. I think they missed the opportunity there. I know we've talked about that.
You had so much meat on the bone. No Diddy.
Yeah, but no Diddy. But staying on mission. Staying on mission. I'm interested to see all these new characters though. Like, is this new preacher character, is he coming in to take over Papa's church, or is he the preacher of the mega church? Well, no, the girl's father was the preacher of the mega church.
And like Dwayne said, cut you off, Dwayne. You said it, and Keisha both said this to me. At the end of the day, we know that it's other characters, but we can't deny that Luke James and Tay Davis, their chemistry on screen. If they put Tracy and Trig together, I know that they got Trig on the Transformer, and I know that they got Tracy chasing after Duda, but they would be the perfect couple.
Trig don't know what to do with that thick goodness. He don't want none of that.
That's
He
where the
want the other
chemistry
stuff.
was.
The chemistry was awesome.
Stuff. He want the other stuff. Now I don't know if y'all saw it. It was a little they did a little trailer on Monday. Not a trailer, but I gotta give Lena and them credit though. I think they crushed social media. And I think they crushed keeping people interested. So basically it was Luke James, it was Curtis Cook, and two of the female actresses. And they were talking about, fan feedback said they want to see more Duda with his shirt off. So he was like, so I'm going to give y'all what y'all want. Y'all going to see more scenes with me with my shirts off. And then the Luke James was like, yeah, and he going to be showing them cheeks too. And that was a pause, no Diddy moment for me. Why are you mentioning Luke? Are you really into character now? Why are you mentioning about this man showing his cheeks? Huh?
Interesting.
It is interesting. But I'm interested
I'm
to
jumping
see.
off the plane.
I'm interested to see the Leon character and who he gonna be. So they're bringing in some heavy hitters, man.
Yeah.
So what's Bakari's girlfriend name? Now that Dre is gone, is she still in the house or did she get put out too?
That's a whole other thing.
Oh, wow.
Where's her brother at?
Show her.
And they ain't show her brother.
Wow, they didn't show her. Deja. Yeah, now that Dre is gone, what's happening with the adoption?
Yeah.
Right.
Did she go with Dre? The Dre thing bothered me, man. I gotta be honest, because I
think Bakari was on the phone with her. I mean, she's definitely coming back. She just wasn't in the first episode.
Yeah, but who she staying with? She just gonna be with Nina?
Good question.
Yeah.
And what
Nina's by herself now. No kids are there, so it's just Nina and no Dre, and it'll just be her.
What are they doing? Like, really, y'all? I need y'all to help me out because I'm trying to understand it. And I've been trying to understand it since the beginning of this season, even though this comeback made it seem like a whole new season to me for some reason.
Yeah.
I just got to stay focused that this is still the same season. But what is Darnell and Jada's, like, what's their role now?
It's no role no more.
First of all, where the hell? See, they forget that they show us certain things. They want us to forget and wipe our memory. Where Darnell all these other kids this man had? Where are they?
That he had dinner with all the kids.
Emma should have a brother. Emma should have a brother that should be a little wild or something, like a little brother that should be,
Keisha is
in
right
the street.
In the street.
Keisha is right in my wheelhouse. Darnell used to do dinners where he had all his kids together. Why we
and his baby mother?
Right. Why we ain't showing that? What is Jada's interaction with all Darnell's kids? And where's Emmett's other kids at? And the two other baby mamas that he was dealing with. Like, so there's a lot of things.
Well, they did mention them.
They did. I thought. Now, listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think that was
Alicia.
I think that was my favorite scene with Alicia.
Well, Alicia said that too.
What the hell y'all got going on?
That was Dwayne. That was real. That's
real.
how elders look at it. Be like, what y'all got me confused. What the hell is going on around here? Yeah. That's how the elders are.
But I'm with Keisha, and I'm glad Keisha said it before you and I had to say it. I'm glad Emmett told her, "Damn, girl, smile." Like, damn.
It was due. It was coming. It was coming for Emmett as that character. It was coming for Emmett to put his peripheral foot down. Like, Keisha, shut the fuck up. Like, let me do what I'm do. Like, at the end of the day, but I didn't like, and I'm glad that Keisha even said it. The actress.
I'm glad Keisha said it.
But I was, soon as they went to the scene of him doing the Malcolm X, I was like, don't do this.
Well, I'm glad they said it, though.
Yes.
She said it.
Yes.
And, we got to be careful, man. We just got you out of jail. So we just trying to keep on the regular and not get, censored or what have you. But Kev. Kev's texting me because he was like, I'm looking for my first lady.
Yeah, my first. You talk about a first lady.
Kev,
young beloved.
Come on, beloved. But in a corny, sensitive guy moment, I like the Bakari Papa dynamic, man.
Yes.
Like, those two really love each other like brothers, man.
Yeah.
Like, really do.
Yeah, it was really good.
I
so you guys
like Bakari in this episode.
Bakari's good. So y'all know what we do around this time. I don't know why Dwayne dropped Keisha, but ratings.
I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 7.
You're gonna give it a 7? Wow. Ratings, Nicole.
You know that's high for me.
A 7? Yeah, you guys in the chat, if you haven't ever watched our review show, what we do is we give a rating. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. And we do, we rate each episode, and then at the end we rate the whole series as a whole. So Keisha gave it a 7, Dwayne.
Well, I lost y'all, so all of a sudden I lost audio and I couldn't hear you or Keisha.
Yeah.
No.
I think they came back strong, man. So I'm gonna give this episode a 7.75.
Wow.
I was intrigued, like I said. I've never watched.
You watched it back to back. That was good.
Yeah, I've never watched the episode back to back, but there was some nuanced stuff that I wanted to figure out, man. So I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I'm intrigued by the pivot. Like, she has me intrigued. I want to see how the rest of the season plays out. Like, I want to see if Jake is going to be manipulated by old boy. I want to see the hurt that's going to come on Bakari when he figure out his sister there just to do bad by him. Oh, I know, Keisha. I wanted to ask you a question. And Q, you can answer it too. What do you feel about the relationship between Marcus's girl and Gemma?
I love that relationship. I thought the conversation. Oh, you didn't even let me get my rating in, sir. Hold on, Keisha. Before you answer that question, hold on, Keisha. Nicole gave it a 7.5. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 as well. Go ahead, Keisha.
I like the relationship. She's older, but she's younger to be dating a father. This girl kind of grew up without no mother, and she just out there, so she's trying to figure it out and navigate her way. So to have someone to bounce that off of, I think I like that development.
Okay.
I like it. I like it as well. I thought the conversation was a little bit interesting, but these are the type of conversations that you got to have with these younger people. It's a lot of stuff going on. I would say,
and you got to remember, like, the girlfriend maybe 30.
Yeah.
So it's a different conversation than what I would have with her. Right. So
you're right, Keisha. You are so right about that. Yeah.
So you got to understand that these younger people, their conversations are fluid.
They're very open. Yeah. But Dwayne, I forgot all about the Jake thing. I forgot. I don't think Jake would have been that naive.
No. I mean, I know he.
But you know what's funny about that? I think we all agree on, like, Jake would have been quicker on the draw. Jake ain't gonna do nothing stupid. So even though old boy gave Jake that money, Jake could quickly tell him, like, "Nigga, I ain't doing that." Like, Jake's character, he is slick with the mouth. He don't care about nobody.
Listen, he got a chance to be the most thorough person out there. I really think they should have had a situation where Duda said to him, "Listen, I was trying to get you to go to college, son. Get yourself set so that when you came back here, I was going to set you up in a different way." I really think that's what Duda was doing for Jake. Remember, He got him in the private school that Kevin was in.
They could always have Jake go to college at the fashion. Chicago's big on fashion.
Yeah, but I just think it was a missed opportunity with the whole Duda and Jake.
I don't really think Jake needs college. I think Jake is like a Kevin. These kids, they're very enterprising from a young age.
Yeah.
But I definitely think Papa needs college. I think Maisha, as smart as she is, Maisha was as smart or smarter than Kevin. I think she would be trying to do both. I'm just being realistic of the situation.
Do y'all think the Maisha jealousy of Gemma and the other girl is more of that she see that Gemma like the girl on a personal level, or you think that's more of a business thing?
It's business. Maisha want to get this bag. She trying to take care of her
I think it's business, but it's friendship too.
Yeah.
Because they're the friends when you think about it.
True. They got to that point. They just gotta close up some of the messiness, right? Because they've had like messy relationships with these young people. You know what I mean? Like Jake, now he on some girl's Instagram looking at the pictures, all intrigued.
Yeah.
Like he just done with Gemma now, almost. And it's gonna be interesting because what are they doing? What are they doing with Victor? What are they doing with him? And again, I know I'm jumping because it's only been.
Where was Rashad?
Yeah, I know it's only the first episode back, and we're gonna see Rashad, and we're gonna see Marcus, and we're gonna see some of these things. But it's what's fresh in our minds.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So she still has 7 more episodes.
Yeah.
Now, what will be interesting to me, and I don't know how y'all feel about.
Your volume dropped, Dwayne.
Yeah, his volume dropped again. Yeah, I don't know.
So what do you think going forward, Keisha?
I think you're right. It's going to be. It's either going to be Duda or Rob's mother. We're going to watch who's the last man standing. That's what I think this whole season is going to be about.
And I do think when you do decide to go in that direction, you got to be very careful with your audience, because a certain audience, they love Curtis Cook. Curtis Cook is a good actor. So if they decide to go in that direction, and Lynn Whitfield is such a great actress, like who's going to prevail?
Be careful that they're not crossing over to the power BMF genre. That's not what this show was about. I think that some of us have enough of that. So we weren't looking at the Shy for that.
That's interesting. That's interesting, Keisha. I never considered that, but I can see it now that you said it.
Yeah, when you dropped it, when we were talking about the Alicia Duda dynamic of the last man standing, who's going to be there to prevail, and they got to be very careful because Curtis Cook is a fan favorite, and Lynn Whitfield is such a good actress.
Well, I don't think they're going to do anything with Duda because we already went through the Who Shot Duda thing. We did that already.
And they doubled.
And his mom is still alive.
What happened?
No, you're talking about Jason Mitchell's mother.
Oh,
yeah,
when she shot Duda.
After she shot Duda.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, any final thoughts, you guys?
Gotta be tough.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this journey, and I feel like I've been here before, and I've gotten disappointment in the end. So, just with the thoughts of them getting another season. Now, the question I wanted to ask you guys before my tablet stopped letting me being great. Do they get another 16 episodes next year, or do they get 10?
I think they're going to knock it out with 10. I think the 16 was, a lot of it had to do with the writer's strike. I think they're gonna come back with. I think they're gonna come back with 10 bangers. I think next season, like you said, Dwayne, one of the things that we got disappointed about is I think when they made their last two pivots, it happened. One because of the Jason Mitchell situation, and two because COVID had hit. And I think now Lena, for lack of better words, she has a lot to play with, a lot to go with. These different storylines going into season 7, and we don't know how season 6 is going to end, but she knows how season 6 is going to end. So season 7, she could really, really make it interesting. And I hope that they get back to getting to their Chicago cultural, telling the story of Chicago a little bit more. I think they left away with that. We're getting rid of Sonny. I think they need to get back to that. I think they need to get back to that community vibe, so to say. Keisha, any final thoughts?
I'm looking forward to it. Of course, with that little fear in the background that I'm gonna be disappointed because I've been disappointed before with the Shy, but
you think
I'm
about
looking
it,
forward to it.
She's reinvented the show a number of times already. Like I said, when you think about who the characters was, like the Jason Mitchell character, and I'm so mad I can't remember his name in the show. He was so vital. He was a part of everything.
Brandon.
Brandon, that's right. Then you had the situation where Emmett and Kev was in every show. So now Emmett is the last person that is been in every episode. He hasn't missed. Yeah. So you would think Emmett is the main character, right? You would think. But I think they're gearing it more towards Duda.
Yeah. So we appreciate everybody in the chat for joining us. Remember to like, share, subscribe. It's the best way to support. And hopefully we will see you guys next Monday, most likely. And we get back and knock these out next Tuesday.
Not Monday.
And we get back to doing what we do. And also, for those that watch the channel, not just for this review, Power Book 2 is coming quick, and it's coming quickly, and it's going to be the last season for that. So we're going to be at a certain point in our busy summer, we're going to be knocking out 2 shows a week, plus trying to have some fun in the summer. We got something planned coming up in July.
We're trying to make babies, ladies.
Yes. So with that, everybody, until next time, we see you. Take care.